you do this like beer and music pairing on Instagram. You'll like post a picture, post a vinyl record cover, and it's like this is the pairing of tonight. And I kind of love it. I'm like, I want to know, I want to experience that.
I now actually collect whiskey too, and bourbons mostly,
Well,
and
actually,
so I've moved to that.
We do have a bourbon episode coming up. I've already scheduled that, so that'll be coming down the line, folks. We're gonna have a bourbon episode soon, so get ready for that.
That one happened quick. I went from 0 bottles of bourbon to 50 bottles of bourbon in like 3 months.
Dude, bourbon is another thing that, oh man, it's a real passion for people. People go nuts over it. But yeah, but I'm just like, I'm so fascinated by this like whole music and kind of like, it's almost like a Zen sort of a thing for you. Like you have this nice, delightful IPA and this chilling out and listening to an awesome record. How did that come about?
It's so, like, I love music. We love music.
Yes.
I always liked to sit and listen to music, even when I was a kid. And like, when I met my now wife, I kind of like didn't know how she was, because it's kind of weird to say to some people, like, geek culture in general, like, you have a thing that you're super passionate about.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be nerdy. That's always the...
Yeah, that's the dichotomy of it.
But like, it's just, I'm super into it. So sometimes you can't overwhelm people with that kind of passion. And so...
Oh, I had to ease my wife into this.
Yes, of course. There's no way to... You show this on day one, she wouldn't be your wife.
That's
like,
it
has
exactly.
to come.
It would have been game over.
And so one night, it was like a Friday, and I was like, hey, what do you want to do? What are you going to do? You know, I'm like, I was thinking like just listening to music, just see how she would respond to that. And she's like, what do you mean? Like, she didn't even understand what that meant, listen to music as like a verb, like a thing to do for an evening. And she was like, okay, sure. So wine, beer, whatever, put on some music. And it could have ended at any point. She could have been like, okay, now what?
Yeah.
But no, we just kind of sat and kept listening
And
to music.
out.
And you talk a little bit during it or between records. Yeah. And it was great. Cool. And then the next weekend, we did another music night. And literally just became a thing. She calls it, you want to do music night tonight? And then it just became the thing that I do pretty much anytime I'm home and not working. It's like Friday night, we'll do a music night. Or because she'll come home from work and we'll just sit and listen to music and share a drink or make old fashions or whatever. And like, she grew up in the 90s like we did for the most part. So like, but that's where her music tastes were all 90s stuff. Whereas I grew up in a household where it was all classic rock.
Yeah, your dad was like huge into classic rock.
He listens to
I remember going over your house and he's always playing like the Stones or like Cream or something, all kinds of stuff like that.
So I influenced her with all that, and most of it she'd heard before. I mean, you can't have grown up, especially around here, like that's all that we had on the radio.